Hello, cosmic friends. Welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Cosmos Tarot 2. My name is Cosmos. Nice to meet you if you are new, and if you're one of my subscribers, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Channel members, thank you for being here once again. I really appreciate it. In this channel, I use the tarot to learn about K-pop, K-pop groups, K-pop idols, the industry in general, okay? Today, we are going to talk about Seunghan. In case you don't know who he is, well, here's an introduction to this gentleman. Seunghan used to be part of the K-pop boy group Rise. Due to dating rumors, people went psycho and they bullied him out of the group, basically. Now, SM has finally debuted him. And now Seunghan is a soloist. And he has two backup crew members. Their names are XngHan&Xoul. Seunghan and his new crew debuting on July 31st, 2025 with Waste No Time. And by the way, the fandom name is called Soulmate with an X. I thought that was very cute. Obviously, Seunghan, he is the leader and the vocalist of this group. Xoul and XngHan are the dancers. I don't know about you, but I already have seen a couple of interviews with them and they seem to have really good chemistry. So let me put this away. And if you want to look into the whole fiasco, horrible things that happened with Seunghan, search it up. I don't want to bring that up. But yeah, now our Seunghan is a soloist. So we're going to take a look at, well, first his current energy, and then we will see what else we can learn about him when it comes to this new chapter in his journey. Okay. Well, right off the back, I am picking up a lot of excitement. Okay. Seunghan missed the stage a lot. He really did. He missed it a lot. So it's nice to be back. It looks like there are some people that have asked him, would you prefer it if it was back with Rise? And Seunghan, it looks like in the past he would have said yes, but now he's saying, I guess. Now, as far as I know, I haven't seen, a host or a reporter directly ask him that, but at least behind the scenes, he has been asked that question and he's saying, I guess it would be. Because, like I said, a lot of psycho people went nuts because he had a girlfriend, because he smoked. And I'm not saying smoking is good, but at the end of the day, this gentleman, he's not a child. So, he was breaking the delusional fantasy K-pop fans have sometimes. So, yeah, he's excited for his current situation. He is happy to have Xoul and XngHan with him. And let's see what else. That's what I was picking up intuitively. Let's see what else. What else, Seunghan? Let's see. We have courage. Okay. Even behind the scenes, it looks like there were some people that were just telling him, oh, give up already, retire. Now, a lot of people in SM Entertainment, of course, they still wanted to keep Seunghan, mostly to save face. Like 1% of people in SM Entertainment felt that Seunghan still had a lot to give and they genuinely wanted to see him succeed, okay? So yeah, it has taken a lot of courage for Seunghan to make a comeback, let alone as a soloist, right? But like I said, he's very grateful, he's very thankful with the two crew members that he has by his side. And it looks like they have known each other before in the past, okay? They have known each other in the past. So coming together was not a difficult decision. It was very easy. Let's see. We have Thunderbolt. Well, in this deck, Thunderbolt basically represents the tower. So the people that were just telling Seunghan, oh, retire already, give up, blah, blah, blah. They are surprised. Number one, they're surprised that there's a lot of Korean people that like Seunghan that are supporting him. So that was a little bit of a shock for them. They were not expecting that many people from Korea. It was expected from the international fans, but not from the Korean fans. And it looks like things are going better than what they were expecting. And I don't follow Rise, but it looks like these people feel that when comparing Seunghan with how things are going with Rise, it's almost like 0.1% better with Seunghan than we have things are going with Rise. Internationally, yeah, they feel that okay, Seunghan's debut is going a lot better than we expected versus how Rise's career is going. Okay. We have Sorrow. I see members of Rise. Like I said, I do not follow Rise, so I don't know in a specific who, but I do see some members of Rise. Still missing Seunghan. Hold on. I think I have... Hold on. I keep this notebook because there's so many groups, idols, you know, people to keep up with. So I just keep this notebook so I know the groups, who is in who. Give me 1 second because I think I done a reading on Rise. I think. I can't remember anymore. I done so many readings that eventually I forget some of them or they start to blend together. So give me 1 second. KQ, Big Ocean, nope. Hyunjin. Ah, here it is. Okay, Rise. Okay, so I have all of the members of Rise in here. Okay, I do. Good. By the looks of it, Shotaro, he's already used to not having Seunghan there, so it's not him missing him. I mean, he's not wishing any negative things towards Seunghan, but it looks like, okay, he already accepted it a long time ago that he's just gone. Unsok, 2 to 3% missing Seunghan. Oh, Seunghan is a little higher, and I'm sorry if I'm saying their names wrong, okay? Seunghan is like a 30 to 40% missing Seunghan. Wonbin, I would say 50 to 55% still missing him, Seunghan. So he is a 30 to 40%. Antoine is a 40 to 55%. With Antoine, I see, sometimes I see him angry and sometimes I see him sad. You guys let me know if these two gentlemen were close when Seunghan was part of Rise. But yeah, sometimes I see him angry and say, no, I don't miss him. And then there are days he's really missing Seunghan. And he's angry with SM. And he's angry with the people, the fans, they call them the OT6. So the fans that wanted Rise to be 6, yeah, there are days he's very angry at them to the point that he says, I hate them. Of course, out loud, he's not gonna say that in front of fans and in front of cameras. That would be great, in my opinion. Because, you know, K-pop idols, everything is just so scripted and boring a lot of the times. But, yeah. Behind the scenes, Antoine, oh my god, he's feeling a lot of things. You know what? I'll just leave that open just in case I need to look at it again. Like I said, I don't follow Rise, so I don't know the members by heart. Okay, we have Innocence. Yul and Kyunghon, they see Seunghan almost as an innocent kid, you know, taking his first steps. Of course, they are aware that Seunghan is an adult, so they're not going to treat him like an innocent little child. But watching Seunghan starting this new chapter in his life, from their point of view, Seunghan still was very innocent. He is learning. He was learning before with Rise, right? How to be part of a group, how to maneuver the idol life. And now Seunghan is learning how to be a soloist, how to maneuver that. So from their point of view, Seunghan, he's very innocent, he's very sweet. We have sharing, he's very caring. So they feel very welcome with Seunghan. And Seunghan feels very grateful to have them as well. Breakthrough. Seunghan seems to be very introverted, so having you and Kyunghon with him helps him break out of his little shelf. Shelf? Oh my gosh, I think I said that wrong. But anyways, they help him break out of, you know, his comfort zone. I'll say that instead. English is my second language, okay, so sometimes I even confuse myself. But yeah, he feels very comfortable with them. Once again, he feels very comfortable, very grateful for them. From time to time, Seunghan does think about Rise. From time to time. When did Rise debut? Hold on. Rise debuted September 4th, 2023. Oh. Okay, so another anniversary is coming up for Rise for their debut. So yeah. That's also part of the reason why. Especially around that time. There are times he thinks about them. But at the same time, Seunghan has moved on, okay? He has moved on. He wants to make new memories and share them with those that really want to be there. The true fans, as he likes to call them from time to time. And he's very thankful with those that are there now for him. He's very thankful for the support he received when he was basically kicked out of Rise. And he's very thankful for the support now. What else? So, okay, those. Okay. These two came out right side up. These two here. And let me shuffle again. What else? Seunghan. No, this one, and this one. Let's see. Okay, the ones that came out facing up. Serendipity. Okay. And we have TikTok. Okay. Okay, remember when I said that some people at SM were surprised that things are going better than what they thought they were going to go for Seunghan? Seunghan himself, he's also surprised. He knew that, okay, there's people that want to protect him, support him. He knows that, but at the same time, it was a surprise for him. And if SM will let him here with TikTok, he feels that, okay, now is the time to take advantage of everything. Taking advantage of, you know, making videos, making challenges, going on variety shows or going on interviews, YouTube channels and stuff like that. So yeah. Yes, Seunghan has his emotional moments sometimes, but at the same time he has that business mindset, like, okay, let's go. Let's not waste any time. Let's sure, I was feeling sad yesterday, but you know what, I'm not gonna waste time on that. I'm gonna focus on the now. I'm gonna take advantage of the now. Okay, to the C. Okay, these are the other two that fell out, and we have, oh, milk and honey. Okay, you know, here with to the C, I see the United States flag, so a part of him wants to come to the United States to see how things will go in here. Honestly, I would love it. I would love to go see one of his concerts, see what he's got. And here with Milk and Honey, it looks like little by little, things are gonna go well for Seunghan, okay? Little by little. Like I said before, and I am very oversimplifying this, Seunghan, basically he was kicked out for having a life before being an idol, okay? And having that life ruined delusional psychos, you know, fantasy of him. SM sent him on a hiatus for like a whole year. And then when he came back for like 3 days, that's when he was bullied into stepping out of Rise. So because of the circumstances that surround him, he wasn't accused of, you know, a serious crime or, well, a crime. I don't know what else I can use as an example. Because he wasn't accused of something serious. He was just being a regular boy, having a regular life, regular experience. That's also part of the reason why he has a lot of support. The psychos, yeah, their fantasy was ruined, but that's not everybody. So that's also part of the reason why things are going good for him. And once again, I don't know how things are going with Rise. The last time I saw news about Rise, well, it said that at least here in the United States, they were having problems selling tickets. I don't know how true that is. It was like a quick 1 minute short that I saw that on. So you guys let me know if you know more. But yeah, whether these OT6 psychos like it or not, Seunghan's departure really fractured Rise structure, stability. It really did. Of course, for these OT6 psychos, to them it's not, but to the group itself, when Seunghan left, there was a big shakeup in the foundation, in the structure of the group. And they're still feeling it to this day. And they're gonna continue to feel it. Even if out loud in front of cameras, they're pretending to be happy, blah, blah, blah. Behind the scenes, yeah. Seunghan's departure left a hollow spot. Okay, we have Loyal Heart. Here and Now, okay. Peace and Regeneration. Even though they are those that in SM Entertainment, they were hoping that Seunghan would just quit and, you know, go away. So that way they didn't have to deal with all of this madness. There are many of those that are loyal to Seunghan. They're very loyal. And of course, there are many fans that are loyal to Seunghan. So Seunghan definitely has support. Friends outside of the K-pop circle are also there supporting Seunghan. So Seunghan is very loved, very supported. Here with Here and Now, Regeneration. Once again, he may have his days in which, you know, he may think of the what ifs, but at the same time, Seunghan is saying, you know what? This is my new beginning, my regeneration stage. So I'm gonna focus on the here and now. Maybe yesterday I was feeling sorrow, I was feeling a little sad or even angry, but you know what? No. I'm going to focus on the now. And you know what? Here with Peace, I see his two crew members, Yul and XngHan, and I'm sorry once again if I'm saying their names wrong. He feels comfortable with them. So yes, he might have his ups and downs, but at the end of the day, he feels peace. And I hear Seunghan saying, you know what? I'm gonna focus on the peace these two bring me. These two people bring me. And I see Yul and XngHan. So I may have my rough days, but you know what? I'm gonna focus on the good feelings, on the good things. And once again, I'm not gonna waste time, too much time thinking of the what ifs. I'm gonna keep on moving forward. Okay, this deck is catching my attention. Let's see. What do you wanna say when it comes to Seunghan? Say, whoa! I fell on the floor. Up. pick them up in a sec. Okay, let me take out this one, and this one. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. We had 3 cards that fell down, and all of them came out in reverse. Okay, so interesting. We have Temperance, but it came out in reverse. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, once again, whether the OT6 cycles like it or not, once again, there is this imbalance in rice. To this day, there is. Temperance is literally about having a balance of anything. Life, money, emotions, spirituality, anything you can think of. Even food, if we were talking about food. So balancing that. The 3 of Pentacles, yes, it's money, but it has to do with teamwork. And like I said, there is a imbalance now in rice. Will they get over it eventually? Yes, they will. But there is a hollow spot where Seunghan used to be. And whether they realize it or not, it is affecting team dynamics, at least behind the scenes. Okay, behind the scenes. We had the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. The people that, you know, managers, producers, and all of that, as long as there's money coming, they're gonna pretend that they don't see. They don't see the disharmony, the disimbalance, the tension with rice. They're gonna pretend they don't see it, because at the end of the day, money's still coming for rice. Okay, so they're gonna pretend not to see. Now, Seunghan, he does see tension in the group. He loves and respects everybody in rice, but at the same time, I don't see Seunghan interacting that much with rice. In front of the cameras and behind the cameras, I don't. He doesn't want to cause even more tension in the group. That's one thing. And also, well, you know, there's another set of cycles. They call them sasaengs. These are obsessive, quote-unquote, fans. I like to call them cycles because that's what they are. They follow the groups. They follow them to the point that, you know, they switch out their flight information. They sneak into their homes and their hotel rooms, and they steal things from them and stuff like that. So, yeah, he's afraid that if, you know, for some reason there's a sasaeng close by and they see him interacting with rice, that is going to affect rice and once again affect him. Like I said, he loves rice, he respects and loves all of them, but once again, this is his regeneration time. So Seunghan is thinking about his own path. He's saying, I don't want to cause tension even more than what it already is. I don't want to cause troubles, and now I also don't want to cause troubles for Yul and Kyung-ho. Okay, so he's focusing on himself and his new members. Okay, 2 of Swords. Unfortunately, well, there's still gonna be people that are gonna hate on Seunghan no matter what the hell he does. You know, some people have no life. We have the Ace of Cups. But then there's those that will be cheering for Seunghan. So if we see any fandom wars, don't be surprised about that. We have the King of Wands and the Princess of Pentacles. Lee Soo-man, I know he's the founder of SM. I don't think he's the CEO. I don't think he is. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think he is. But it looks like he has also kept an eye on Seunghan all this time. I mean, it was a big scandal in South Korea, and even the Western media cover Seunghan's scandal. So it looks like he's also keeping an eye on Seunghan. I know that's very random, but I'm letting you know. It looks like abundance is coming for Seunghan, okay? and his crew members. It's Kpop. But like I said, it's going to be little by little. Little by little. What else? You. Thank you. Let's see. The devil. And the strength card. Yeah. There are those that are going to be against Seunghan once again, no matter what. Whether it's on Twitter or, you know, whatever social media Korea has. Yeah, don't be surprised if there's still gonna be those that are gonna be saying horrible things about Seunghan. That he's a bad person, that he sucks, or I keep hearing also that he's ugly because, you know, when people have nothing to argue with, then they'll be attacking your appearance. So yeah, don't be surprised if they attack his crew members as well. You, Lee Kyung-ho, don't be surprised about that. We had the King of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. Just like there's gonna be those that are gonna be talking smack about Seunghan, well, there will be those defending him. And interestingly, I see a lot of young and older folks that are gonna be defending him. A lot of the times, you know, when I talk about K-pop with other people, they assume that it is only the younger people that love K-pop. No, there's older people that love K-pop. So yes, both young and old are gonna be there for Seunghan. And once again, the United States. The Two of Cups, it can be about love or it can be about cooperation. And I see cooperation, once again, Seunghan in the United States. So he might come here. I don't see a specific date, but it looks like that is something that is being thought about. And here with the Queen of Cups, well, this Queen of Cups in particular, she is sitting on a diamond, okay? That's not a rock, that's a diamond. So she's sitting on this diamond, she has her cup, she's chilling, enjoying the night sky, enjoying her drink. So she's chilling, she's at peace. That's how I see Seunghan eventually. Chilling, enjoying his abundance, his peace. I see him smiling more. So a lot better than how I have seen him in previous readings. Oh, interesting. Okay, I also see his mother. It looks like she's also smiling. I'm happy for her son. I can't remember which reading in particular it was, but his mother came out a lot. And well, she obviously, with good reason, she was mostly sad for her child, the way he was being treated. But I also see her smiling, being happy for him, being proud of him. She would have preferred for him to just, you know, leave the industry altogether. She would have preferred that. But at the end of the day, well, she sees that, well, it's her son's decision. It is Seunghan's decision to do what he feels is best for him. A while back, I can't remember how long it was, but there was this member of NCT, one of the NCT units. His name was Tail. He was accused of, allegedly, of, oh, how can I even say this? I guess I can say SA crimes, okay? I mean, he was kicked out of the group and SM, you know, cut all ties with him, but she doesn't like the fact that Seunghan was used to like cover up that scandal, you know. She feels that, you know, people made a big deal out of her son having a regular life, just like any kid out there. But they didn't make a big deal for this guy. There was some outrage, but that didn't even last as long as the outrage and the attacks towards Seunghan did. So she doesn't like the fact that SM used Seunghan's, you know, debut announcement as a soloist to try to make people forget about Tail. She doesn't like that. This one is catching my attention now, so let's see. What else? Okay, there's those. Okay, the ones that flew out, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And the Emperor also in reverse. As Seunghan, moves on. And of course, if SM Entertainment doesn't mess it up, some people are gonna say, he's not bringing a lot of money into the company. He's not. It's not making a big dent. So once again, there are those in SM Entertainment that really would just wish for Seunghan to not be there. Okay? Because dealing with Seunghan's scandal was a nightmare in the company. There are those that are gonna say that. But like I said, abundance is coming. It's slow, but it's steady for Seunghan. The Two of Wands. I just heard Asian tour, so lucky you guys. It looks like he will be doing tours in Asia, Southeast Asia. Four of Cups. I mean, a lot of international fans, they're not going to be that happy that, once again, even though Seunghan has a big international fandom, well, it looks like it's going to take a while for him to go outside of the East, okay? It's going to take a while, but eventually he will. Eventually he will. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords. From my understanding, Seunghan participated a lot in the writing of Waste No Time and Blue. I think that was the name of the other song that he put out. So he's going to continue to have great amount of input in the songs that he is going to be releasing in the future, okay? In the choreographies as well, it looks like he's also going to have a big role coming up with the choreographies. So yeah, Seunghan has a lot of creativity, a lot of mind power here. But at the same time, he's not going to be overstepping boundaries. It's not just him, right, producing and writing stuff. It's other people, but I don't see him like, stepping boundaries or being rude to anybody. The Nine of Cups, see, little by little, abundance is coming for him. The figure in this deck, right? The figure in this deck is so happy, and she's jumping off of this treasure chest right here. So little by little, abundance and good times are coming for Seunghan. We have the Hermit, and we have the Fool card. Healing is also gonna come, okay? Abundance can mean many things. It can literally mean just material stuff, but it can also mean emotional, spiritual abundance. In this case, I see Seunghan gaining more peace of mind, more peace in his heart. I also see some people saying, oof, it was a foolish move to let him go. It was a foolish move. For the moment, I don't see awards coming for Seunghan. I'm trying to see, but for the moment, I don't, okay? Of course, things can always change. Tarot is based on current energy, okay? On current energy. And my incense ran out, so give me 1 second. I mean, there will always be those haters. The Devil card caught my attention again. There will always be those. Always. Even if you do everything, according to the Kpop rule of books, there will always be somebody that's not gonna like whatever the heck you're doing. There will always be those. But I do see Seunghan being happier, more productive, more abundant. What else? well, thank you, Spirit. We have 2 cards that flew out, and hold on. Not this one, and these 2, okay? Okay, we have the 3 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Well, that's interesting. Okay, here with the 3 of Swords. I see some fans saying, oh, they're putting way too much effort into Seunghan and not enough into Rise. That's a really strange take, in my opinion, because, well, Rise has been giving a lot of support, a lot of opportunities, but it looks like there will be those people that for some reason think that Seunghan is giving a lot more attention than Rise. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords. It looks like some people are going to be making up rumors about Seunghan and Rise. For example, I mostly see it in like Twitter, Instagram, and, you know, social media in general. I see it as, for example, Seunghan is pretending to be a good man, but when he was with Rise, he was bad to let's say Shotaro, for example. He was horrible to Shotaro to the point that Shotaro would cry and stuff like that. So, yeah, don't be surprised if there's accusations about Seunghan being a bad person. Okay, we have the King of Wands. And we have the Hierophant. But you know what? In spite of rumors, complaints, here with the Ace of Pentacles here, the Ace of Pentacles is symbolizing a seed, right? A seed that is sprouting, that is growing. So once again, this is Seunghan's time to regenerate, to be courageous, because there's always going to be somebody that's going to hate him for no reason. Little by little, he's growing. He's getting stronger, mentally, physically, emotionally. And just like the Hierophant at the end of the day, he is a master at his own craft. See the stairs here behind him going up towards enlightenment? I see Seunghan gaining more experience, more confidence, more enlightenment, whatever enlightenment means to him, okay? I don't know his beliefs, I don't need to know them, but whatever enlightenment, clarity means to him, he's getting there. He will get there eventually. And he will get better and better with his own craft. Singing, dancing, composing, choreographing. And Xoul and XngHan will be right there for him. I see them listening attentively, giving suggestions, correcting from time to time something that needs to be corrected. And I see Seunghan listening, paying attention, and taking it well. Okay? And that is all for now. I just heard that, so we will honor that. If you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it. I really tried to see, you know, more about his career, but for the moment I don't see him. What I do see consistently is that, well, slow and steady. Seunghan will get there. Alright guys, once again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I know you've been waiting for a while. And once again guys, it's not because I don't want to, but I have a full-time job. And if you like me to YouTube to become my full-time job, make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, interact with the video, okay? Even if you don't write anything, even if you just put a random letter or an emoji, that helps me out a lot, okay? And as always, I have more than 200 requests, guys, so be patient. And if you can, well, you can always pay for a full reading. That's $35, or you can pay $5 to ask me one question, okay? One question for $5 if you would like to skip the line. All right guys, thank you so much. I wish Seunghan the best. No, wait, Seunghan&Xoul the best. I wish you guys the best, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.